I used to think I didn't get mad. Whenever something would happen or when people would do things to get me mad, the anger just never came. And I for sure had a part in this repression. When I'm mad, I get quiet because I don't want to say anything that I don't mean. I don't want to say anything out of pocket. And I'm also somebody who, in the past, when I was younger, I was largely ruled by my emotions. And that got me into situations that I didn't like being in. And so, I had to learn to control and rein in my emotions, and I thought I had, but the lie detector had determined that that was a lie. Um, I hadn't. Instead, I've been blocking my emotions, eating them until recently. I was chilling with a friend, and we were chatting, smoking, doing little edibles, shooting the shit, as we do. And the topic of Christianity came up. Girl. Now, that's also not uncommon. Both of us are church girls. Our context as people is largely, black women who grew up in the church, involved in the church heavily. So, that's our context as people. So anyway, the topic came up, and the next thing I know, I'm crying and screaming and crying. And I'm like, how do we get here? How do we get here? And I had to pause and be like, Jasmine, you're angry. And because you've been eating your anger for years, it's coming out crazy. It's coming out crazy. And so I had to collect myself, and I apologized to my friend, I'm so sorry. Apparently this is a thing that I do now. I just randomly rage. So, let's talk about it. Okay, so the title of this TED Talk is God, This Is Not Enough. As a black woman living in America, this shit is tough. Let me be one of the many who have said, it's hard. The black woman is the mule of the world. And I've been feeling this sentiment all my life, but more acutely in recent years, especially last year and this year. How is it hard, you say? We could talk about this and unpack this for hours, but I'm going to just give you the short and not so sweet of it. Everybody hates us. Stay with me now, because I know I probably just lost some of you. You're not the victim, you're a victor type of people. But hold on, babes. When you talk about beauty standards, desirability, motherhood, family, dating, community, politics, moral and civic responsibilities, justice, a lot of people have a lot of negative shit to say about black women. And all the time, constant. It's pretty constant. And beyond the cultural conversations around black women that we're having, uh, at the same time, we are, navigating and experiencing very harsh realities. We are being killed in the streets, in our homes. We are overworked and underpaid. We deal with daily microaggressions in the workplace. We are leaned on by our family, our friends, bosses, coworkers. We are living every day in the ramifications of slavery and patriarchy, and we are doing our best to rise above it all. We get more educated. We go back to school, we work out, we eat well, meditate, yoga, affirmation, manifestations. We open up businesses, we grinding, getting second jobs, going to therapy, going to the doctor. We try to do everything we can do to improve our lot. And above all else, we are praying, talking to God, counting on Him to get us through. And I don't think God has done enough. I don't think God has even matched our effort. Black women are the backbone of the black church. Hell, black women are the black church. Go to any black church on a Sunday morning and you'll see 90% of the people in attendance are women. They come into church, they own all the ministries, they're going to the conferences, they're tithing, they're working church events, they're in praise and worship. They're coming to church, taking all of the shit that I previously mentioned, bringing it with them to the altar, and they're praying, pleading, weeping, hollering, yelling, crying, begging God to do something, to intervene on their behalf. And God has not done enough. With all the work and the effort that Black women have put in God, in their faith, in the church, does their lived experience reflect that? Does it look like He's working for them, moving the mountains that they bring to the altar every Sunday? No, it doesn't. It does not. And that's why I'm angry. Black people, but especially Black women, have been crying out to God for years for help. And God has not matched our energy. It's like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Are we doing something wrong? Did we miss a step? It's 4 churches on every corner in the hood. Your granny made you go to church every day of the week. We always listen to gospel music. We always thanking God. I don't see it. I don't see the blessings pressed down, shaken together, and running over. And I'm pissed off. All of this is very American dream coded for me. There were instructions that were given. Do this, do that, cross this T, dot this I, and you're going to be good. And Black women did what they were supposed to do, only to find out in the end, at the time we expected to get the rewards for our efforts, it was all a lie. And I'm mad as hell. I need to speak to a manager. Like, at the end of it all, when I get to meet my maker, I'm going to have some words. Because you got me fucked up. 1, I didn't ask to be here. I didn't ask to be in the Hunger Games. 2, I didn't ask to be the most hated player. 3, if you think I'm going to go through all this and that heaven's going to be enough, God, I'm going to hold your hand while I say it. Is you cool? Is you cool, God? Because no, I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to do this. Can we get a few miracles? Can we get some public affirmations? Can you shine a light and say, well done, my good and faithful servant, so everybody knows that all the work we put in actually mattered? I need the recognition and the reward, God. I need the recognition and the reward, God. Because what we've been getting ain't enough. It's not enough. It's not enough. He thought he was loving me good. I told him, go harder. God, go harder. Go harder, God. Go harder, God, for Black people. Go harder, God, for Black women. So I sit at this precipice between believing in God and not believing in God, because it don't seem like He answering the main line. From what I've been observing, the math ain't mathing. And I'm fucked up about it. And people will say, you know, Christianity was not our religion and Jesus ain't our God. And it's like, well, where are our gods? Where are the Orishas? And why they let that shit happen to us? And why they ain't give us no damn superpowers? Where is God? Where is the God of Black women? We need help. We need assistance. What is your name? What do we say? How do we get your attention?